this was the week where some Republicans are starting to realize that when you ban abortions, you endanger people's lives, the lives of already living people. Funny how that works. Specifically, dawning on a South Carolina Republican state representative, Neil Collins. He was speaking before the state's House Judiciary Committee, and he had a pretty heartfelt epiphany in public as he recounted what this means for people who desire children but are having a miscarriage, let's say. Take a look.
I'll move to my final comments then, Mr. Chairman. I voted for the pain-capable bill, the fetal heartbeat bill, and fetal heartbeat has been for 6 weeks now. The second week that the fetal heartbeat bill became law, a doctor called me out of Anderson. I live in Easley. A 19-year-old girl appeared at the ER. She was 15 weeks pregnant. Her water broke. And the fetus was unviable. The standard of care was to advise her that they could extract or she could go home. The attorneys told the doctors that because of the fetal heartbeat bill, because that 15-week-old had a heartbeat, the doctors could not extract. So their only choices were to admit the 19-year-old until that fetal heartbeat stopped. I asked, how long does it take to stop? She said, seconds, minutes, hours, maybe days. Or discharge. They discharged that 19-year-old. The doctor told me at that point, there's a 50% chance. Well, first, she's going to pass this fetus in the toilet. She's going to have to deal with that on her own. There's a 50% chance, greater than 50% chance that she's going to lose her uterus. There's a 10% chance that she will develop sepsis and herself die. That weighs on me. I voted for that bill. These are affecting people, and we're having a meeting about this. It took that whole week, I did not sleep. I followed up with the doctor a week later. She had heard nothing, did not know about the 19-year-old. Thank God I followed up 2 weeks later. She did return to the ER. They did extract the now non-beating fetus. What we do matters.
Thank you, Representative Collins.
1 second, Mr. Chairman. I'm almost finished. Out of respect for the process, I'm not voting today. But I want it to be clear that myself and many others are not in a position to vote for this bill without significant changes to the bill. And
as Representative Newton said, if we pass this out as favorable, you'll have an opportunity on the House floor.
So there he is, rethinking, I think, that initial vote to ban all abortions when there is a fetal heartbeat detected.
Which is not a real thing.
Right, which is, I mean, like electrical activity.
Right.
Happens first. Is that a heartbeat? I don't know. Do people know they're pregnant by 6 weeks? No.
Yeah.
Mostly, absolutely not.
When I voted for this bill, I thought God sent the stork and these children brains.
I thought God performed the D&E and was able to extract that fetal tissue through his heavenly ways. And I'm realizing that that is not the case. I mean, and it's just like, it's amazing to me. And, all due to, to my guest and all the cis men out there. But it's fun to see a man who's unable to bear life have it sort of dawn on him, like, oh, empathy, bro. Like, just like having that, like, passing a fetus alone in a toilet. God, that would really suck. 50% chance of losing your uterus and your ability to then have a kid. That would really suck. 5% chance or 10% chance, what was it, of sepsis and dying. I mean, and it's like, it's very much, again, the right-wing way, which is, it's not real until it impacts me or until someone
Yep.
straight up calls me on the phone and tells it to me. It's like Republicans with like women's rights are like how I am with sports. Like I need someone to explain to me like why I should give a shit about this sport, or like, yeah, I mean, this team's been down. This is actually the first time that they've been, in the playoffs in like, 60 years. And I'm like, whoa, hell yeah, I'm in it, like, wow. That's like what Republicans do.
Yeah, it's I struggle to have sympathy for this crocodile tear man, to be honest. Most of his voting record is atrocious. He posted some tweet like a couple days ago of him and his wife with their new kid, and he's like he's babysitting tonight, and I'm like, you tone deaf motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, but yeah, everyone said this would happen.
Yeah. Everyone said it would happen.
This is the most predictable thing in the world. And now it is. And now that there's a human face and attached to the brood mare for you, it's now it affects you. Do you know what I mean? Like, women are just like a theoretical thing to them that make babies, except for their wife or their daughter.
Exactly. And apparently right now there's an injunction on that 6-week abortion ban in South Carolina, but that is only temporary, and who knows what will happen. And he's one guy, and you can only imagine with the state legislature, the way it is tilted, what's going to be happening. But again, plancpills.org, you can still get them. You can still have them sent to you. Just don't talk about it on Facebook Messenger, please. Encrypt all of your shit, everybody, and protect yourself. But yeah,
I think it is important to amplify these stories though every time, because there's way more horrific ones than this that have already happened.
Exactly.
And people need to realize that this is the reality of your religious fanaticism. Like, absolutely. This is the reality of it.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people, they're not willing to go there. Like, I think, they love God. They want to use it to get votes. But when it comes to fanaticism, the only person who I'm sure believes in this stuff is like Amy Coney Barrett. Like, that bitch is absolutely crazy.
100%. Yes.
She's like, bleed out. That's what God wants. Go into sepsis, lose your uterus. That's what God wants. Everyone else is just kind of play acting. I mean, many of them are play acting. And now they're seeing, oh shit, my loving God probably would not want me to do this. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.